Hey guys, this video is going to touch on something that's been pretty prevalent in the relationship arena. It seems like a lot of people have a lot of issues when it comes to relationships. Um, I want to say the first thing, the first and foremost thing that you should pay attention to is one. Number one, how do these people show up for you? Period. How do they show up for you? If they're not showing up for you, if they're not reciprocating, if they're not respecting you, if they're not honest, if they're not making you feel safe, you know, I just feel like your time is so precious. Your attention is so precious. You are so precious. If somebody can't recognize your value and they're confused, make it very clear and just remove yourself from their life. You know, I just feel like, seriously, how are these people showing up for you? Because they're telling you right away, like, how they're going to treat you in the future. Yeah, they're telling you right away how they're going to treat you in the future. INFJs are so adept at seeing patterns, right? It's just like what people show you early on, trust them. So if they're not consistent, if they're not showing up on time, if if it feels one-sided, if you're the one always chasing, if you're the one always pouring into their cup but you're not getting anything in return, if they're I mean, that's all forms of disrespect. And honestly, like, does that make you feel safe when you're always on edge and you're always wondering, okay, what's next? There's like a lot of mind fuckery going on, and do you deserve to be mind fucked? No, you don't. You deserve somebody who's kind and loving and attentive and respectful, and who shows up, who's consistent, who follows through on their word, who, you know, makes you feel safe, makes you feel seen, makes you feel respected. That's what you deserve. So it doesn't matter. We can throw terms on it. We can throw, oh, this person's a narcissist. This person's a dismissive avoidant, or this person's like um, emotionally immature. Yeah, we can throw all these labels on it, but number one, how are people showing up for you? Straight up, how do they make you feel? Does your nervous system feel safe around these people, or is it always on edge? Is it always like on high alert? Do you always feel like you're like on edge? You shouldn't have to feel like that. The right people will make you feel safe and seen and heard and understood, and they will show up for you. There will be consistency. They will, you know, make you feel like the valuable person that you are. You won't have to doubt it. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like if people are confused, what the fuck? Excuse my French. What the fuck are you confused about? It's like I'm a solid person. I know what I bring to the table. I show up. I do my part. It's like, so what the fuck are you confused about? Well, then let me just remove myself from the equation. And also, like, if somebody is like running, don't chase them. They're running because they're not good for you. Save your energy, save your time, save your attention and affection, and let them run. Why are you chasing? What are you chasing? Are you chasing like a feeling? Are you chasing? Yeah, I know, like, when you get involved with some of these people, they're like really good at, like, I don't know, mm, evoking like euphoric feelings in you, and then it's almost like an addiction and an obsession, and then they keep you chasing the high. Why? Since when were drugs good for you people? Drugs are not good. say no and oh no. Yeah, and then also like I don't know. So for me, it's like if somebody is too charming and too charismatic and too like, for me, that's just kind of like, oh, this person's like really good and adept at manipulating my emotions, you know. And so it's just kind of like, wow, okay, like I like how this person makes me feel, but in the long run, is this good for me? It's kind of like drugs, you know. It takes you on a high and then drops you down low. You know, it's like I feel like somebody who is like balanced and neutral, you know, that doesn't make your fucking nervous system go haywire. That's what you want to look for. You know, that's a good investment. And I think like for us, like because we're so empathetic and we like empathize and sympathize with people, you know, when we come across like people who are down on their luck, like a narcissist or a dismissive avoidant, like we can sense that they're lonely or they're sad or they're like a shell of themselves, and so we're like, oh, you know, like our ego will be activated and we'll be like, oh, I want to save this person, I want to help them, but you can't fill these people's cups. Their cups are pretty much a cup with a hole in it, so it's like when you pour into it, it just drains out, and that's why you feel drained after, you know, like spending time with them, you know. And they're also controlling. Like I feel like is that respectful when somebody's trying to control you and control how you spend your time and how you choose to live your life? You know, it's very limiting and it's very like binding. So I don't know if I'm getting through, but dude, listen to like, no, not even listen, be very aware of how people show up for you, you know. And like I said, if they're not showing up for you in a way that makes you feel safe and respected, seen and heard, then it's probably not a good investment, period. And this kind of ties in with like red flags, you know. Look for the red flag. Don't chase the potential, guys. Don't chase the potential. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets you hooked. That's what gives you, like, allow yourself to like fall into the trap of like giving yourself false hope, you know. And then you're thinking like, oh, I can change this person. No, you can't change this person. This person needs to change themselves. And you don't need to be a, what is that called, a casualty of their own war. You don't. Okay, so take care of yourself, be safe, be aware. um if you learned something cool, if you didn't, that's cool too. Send them love from a distance. If you want to give them anything, send them love from a distance. Have you heard of Reiki? You can do like distant healing. Distance yourself and heal. I know I was like super serious throughout most of this video, right? Well, it's a serious topic. You know, people are getting hurt because of their lack of awareness, you know? So, yeah, take care of yourself. You're valuable and you are worthy of being loved and respected. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to one and all. Amen.